everyone, hope you all are doing great. In this video, I will be talking about UGC NET Paper 1 entirely because a lot of times we are well equipped with paper 2, but however when it comes to paper 1 we are not very well aware, because in paper 2 you are studying those concepts in your bachelor's, in your master's, even in 11th and 12th. Like for example, I come from a psychology background, so I've been reading psychology since like 5 years now, so I do have basic knowledge about it. But in terms of preparing for UGC NET, if I give a little more time to it, study syllabus wise, I'll be able to handle paper 2, is the confidence that most of the psychology students get. But in terms of paper 1, now their tricky part comes in when you have to prepare for paper 1, because you don't know how to what are the books that you need to study from, what are the syllabus, what is the sub themes, what is the questions that is keep emerging. So in this video I will be talking exactly that. I will be talking about how to study for UGC NET paper 1, what is the syllabus, what are the sub themes of that syllabus, what are the sub themes that keep appearing in almost all the exams that come up for UGC NET, what is the preparation strategy you can follow, and what is the book recommendation that I have for you for paper 1. So watch this video till the very end, and if you have any doubts, if you have any suggestion, you can always leave your comments in the comment section below. So I will be going through all the comments that you will be giving me, so you can post your comments in the description, in the comment section below. Right, and now in this book I have created a plan for how to study for paper 1. I have also written down what are the sub themes that are keep coming in the exams, so I'll give you the details on that. Now if you are preparing for this exam, you are probably aware that from every module, now there are 10 modules, right? So for every module they have given instruction that 5 questions will definitely emerge from each of the module, which makes it 5 questions from 10 modules is equals to 50 marks, right? Sorry, is equals to 50 questions. 5 questions per unit, and units are 10, so 5 questions per unit, that makes it 10 is equals to 50 questions. So your 50 questions are going to be coming from each of the module, and every module has a weightage of 5 questions each. Now there are some events in the past that some papers have asked a lot about certain topics, like they have asked at least like 7-8 questions from one topic and 1 or 2 from another. But they always ask everything from every module, they ask every they ask something or the other from each module. However, the how many questions from each module can vary. So that's the pattern that UGC NET follows. For example, if last year it was asking a lot of questions from research, before that it was asking a lot of questions from data interpretation. So in summary, you have to study all of the modules, you have to go through that. But I will guide you through the process to make it more easy for you, to make it in a way that you feel like you can achieve this, you can crack paper 1 as well, not just paper 2. So let's get started. Now what are the first thing you need to know is the syllabus of the syllabus of the UGC NET paper 1. So I will be putting up a screenshot over here so that you are able to go through, because it's important when you're giving an entrance exam that you are aware of the topics and the subtopics. So I'll be giving you that. You can quickly take a screenshot, or if you want me to send you a PDF, you can comment to me your email address or anything below that, I can share you the PDF. So let's get started with the video. Now first step, what we are going to do is that we are going to break out the syllabus into similar chunks of topics, right? For example, in the first topic we will have reasoning, problem solving. Okay, now this particular will have the topics that are falling under this. All the topics that are going to fall under reasoning and problem solving, will keep it together. Okay, because in this you have to practice heavily. Okay, now there is a different strategy that we have to adapt for each and every module. So now we are going to club these modules into parts, right? So we'll have three parts. So first is problem solving and reasoning. Now this is practice heavy, which means that you have to keep practicing this so that you are able to understand the concepts. So you are able to maybe understand what is it all about. So the topics modules that are coming under this is first mathematical reasoning and aptitude, second logical reasoning, third data interpretation, and four comprehension. Okay, now these four are going to fall under the first category that we have built, reasoning and problem solving. Okay, so now you will be like clubbing them together and you have to practice it a lot, right, in order to crack these. So once you are like focusing on this set, you are in a way kind of preparing for the four modules at a stretch, and if you keep practicing that, it just makes it easier, right? So now I'll give you what are the sub themes that keep emerging from each of the modules. It's a bigger topic, that is reasoning and problem solving. In that you have mathematical reasoning, logical reasoning, data interpretation, comprehension. Now let's talk about each of the topic and what is the topic that keeps re-emerging every year in the exam, right? So first we'll talk about mathematical aptitude. Okay, mathematical reasoning and aptitude is the same thing. So in that, the things that keep coming in and you have to anyways prepare is first series, codes, relation, sums. Second is core arithmetic, like it's the same thing when you are preparing for series, codes, relation, like if this person belongs to this relation, then what is the relationship with them, something questions on those grounds. And second is fractions, third ratio, proportion, four average, age, time, distance, profit, loss, interest, discount. So all of these questions comes from max aptitude. So now on YouTube, if you search it up for max aptitude, there will be a lot of videos that will come up, like a video of 1 hour or 2 hour that will kind of explain you all the concepts in a one video. So you can see that and kind of prepare, but again you have to practice a lot with these modules that is coming in the first category. Okay, second topic that you have to prepare under this category is logical reasoning. Now the sub themes that keep re-emerging for logical reasoning in the exams is first structure of argument, categorical proposition, which means mode, figure. Now this is all logical reasoning. You will understand it when you're preparing for the exam. What I'm telling, you'll understand it then and there, and even if you are watching a video, you will be able to better understand what I'm trying to tell, what are the questions that come from. Okay, now third is square of opposition, four is inductive and deductive reasoning, fifth is analogies, sixth is Venn diagrams, seventh is Indian logic, which means pramanas, types, structures, vyapati, all of the pramanas, you will be able to understand. So these are the questions that keep re-emerging from this particular module, logical reasoning. So it's very important that you first go with these knowledge. Now the third module that you have to prepare for, and the topics that keep re-emerging, first is data interpretation. The topic is data interpretation. The sub themes that keep re-emerging in every exam is tables, bar, pie, line, histogram, percent changes, and central tendencies. Now this is relatively little easier if you understand, if you are really good with max aptitude, if you are really good, you can try to make this a easier option for you, because here you have to understand, you have to interpret, right? So central tendencies, tables, bar, pie graph, histogram and all, that will carry in this thing. Now that is third. Now the last topic that is coming under a broader category is comprehension. In the comprehension, now you will be given an unseen passage, okay, and you have to kind of understand the inference, main idea, tone, fact versus opinion. Okay, so it's all kind of like that. So now that's like the fourth. I've given you a broader category. Now that is a practice heavy category. Okay, in this category you have to practice it, and I've given you four topics that are falling in this category. So your strategy is that you have to prepare for this category, and once you're done, you'll be done with four topics. Okay, So that's the first thing. Now let's talk about as to how to study this first category that we have built. Now, since this is a practice heavy category, what we are going to do is we are going to daily you have to solve at least 20 to 30 questions from this category. Okay, first you need to go unit wise. Once you're done unit wise, you need to solve previous year question papers, right, which has these questions. Okay, so what you're doing is every day, no negotiation, nothing. You have to practice 20 to 30 questions. First go unit wise, all covering all the four topics, and then try to jungle up by practicing previous year question papers. Okay, now for every wrong answer that you get, you need to keep that in separate book and write what is the concept formula of the question that you have missed. Write about it. Second is why you made an error, what is the step where you lacked, so that you know you are able to remember it for the next time. Okay, then third is quickly spotting that mistake, seeing that formula, and practice again. Like revisit that question every 3 4 days or something, so that you know when you repeatedly solve something, it kind of get fixed in your mind. That's the point. Okay, now this is with the maths thing. Okay, not for every topic, this is only for the maths aptitude sums that you're solving, right? So now coming to data interpretation part. Now you have to kind of learn the skill to pre-scan it. Pre-scan the chart, note units and percentage quickly. Like, you know, you should be able to understand what is the key message in the passage, what is the passage talking about. If you have, you will get this slang by, you know, keep seeing that passages repeatedly when you keep solving it. So, you know, you'll get a hang of it. So learn to pre-scan the everything and what is the main idea of that, what is the main inference, what is the fact, what is what versus what is the opinion. So you need to understand all of this with the comprehension part. And interpretation, I tell you, can be misleading if you even miss a statement or something. So you really need to pay attention to the data interpretation part. Let's talk about comprehension, how you're gonna study that. Okay, for comprehension, you need to study line by line, identify the keywords. For example, Bihar has lost recent elections with 48% votes. Now, what is this talking about? A state, Bihar, which has lost the elections, and it is giving a fact with 48% votes. Okay, so now you need to, like, you know, you should be able to skim a passage, you should be able to read between the lines, right? So like that. And Indian logic is going to be very, you know, based on, this is something that you wouldn't make, you have to make a lot of flashcards. Like, you know, you have to, and you have to keep seeing it every single day. You won't remember the pramanas, Indian logic, those slangs, those terms if you just read it once and forget it. You have to see it every day. Why I'm telling you it's a practice heavy category that we have built is because you need to keep seeing that every day. Only if you are seeing that every day, you will be able to crack this. Okay, as simple as that. So for this Indian logic, there will be a lot of pramanas and everything, and there will be a meaning. So what you do is write the pranam name, give a definition in English, and give an example also, you know, in which scenario you will use that, something like that. Okay, so make flashcards and give like one example each and review it daily. The key is that you are practicing all of this every single day. I am repeating this because, you know, to make you understand the emphasis this topics. Now the first category has finished, right? The first category was reasoning, problem solving. Quickly summarize with me. And the units falling under that are mathematical reasoning, aptitude, logical reasoning, data interpretation, comprehension. How we are, what is the important sub themes that is falling under it? I've already told you. You can, if you missed, you can go back and see it again because it will take a lot of time again. But how to study is you are going to practice at least 20 to 30 questions every single day. Firstly, go topic wise, then cover with maybe, you know, with previous year question papers where all the questions are kind of jumbled, kind of mixed, so that you are able to practice it, right? And I'm sorry, I'm having cold, so if my sound or something is not appropriate, or I'm repeatedly doing like this, I'm really sorry about that. So now talking about how to study, I have already given you example, right? That first you're gonna how to study each of the modules. I have given you that example, so you're gonna do that. Now that we are done with the first main category and understanding all the topics that are falling in that category, let's come to the second category. Now second category is all concept based. Okay, it's all very concept based and it is very conceptual, which means the strategy that you will follow for this particular category is that you'll first understand the concept, you will make short notes on it, and you will recall it. Okay, the strategy that we are following for second category is understanding it, making notes of it, and recalling it. Okay, now this is very concept based, so the topics falling under this category are teaching aptitude, research aptitude, and communication. So in this you have to let's talk about first teaching aptitude. Now with teaching aptitude, the questions that keep re-emerging are, there are a lot of diverse questions that emerge from this particular topic, so you need to really study it nicely. So the first is concepts, objectives of teaching, levels of teaching, that is memory, understanding, reflective. Fourth is learner characteristics, what are the characteristics are required in a learner. Fifth is teacher related characteristics, what is required in teacher, and environmental factors. And methods, teacher versus student centric methods, and online versus on offline versus online teaching methods, like swayam, prabha. And then comes evaluation system, that is CBCS, CBT, innovations. Now all of these are, right, now all of these are falling under teaching aptitude, and these are the topics that keep re-emerging every year somewhere or the other. So you need to be very well equipped with these particular sub themes falling under teaching aptitude. Okay, now coming to the second topic that is falling under this category is second is research. Now in research you have to be well equipped, because research is the only subject, only topic that is also in paper 1, also in paper 2, if you're talking about psychology. Okay, so you need to have a good understanding of it, because you will be covering both paper 1 and paper 2 if you do it well. Okay, so in research the questions that keep re-emerging are types of research, qualitative versus quantitative, experimental, descriptive, historical research, steps in research, thesis, article writing plus referencing styles, ICT in research, and ethics in research. So now you should be very well equipped with all of the sub themes. So because questions are majorly asked from these sub themes only in research. So that is up with research. Now talking about the communication. Now there's not a lot in communication you should be able to learn. Now with communication, the questions or the sub themes that are emerging are first types of communication, verbal, non-verbal, classroom versus mass media, then barriers in communication, and intercultural versus group communication. So you should be able to cover that, and you'll be pretty much done with this particular topic. It's not lot, it's manageable, because this is very concept based. So if you just understand it and if you practice it, you should be able to do with little flashcards or short notes. You should be able to cover it, 3 topics at a stretch, if you just follow one strategy. Now talking about how to study this one particular category, which is concept based, is firstly how to study. What is the strategy that we are following? We are following a one-pager concept sheet per subtopic. All the subtopics that I've mentioned to you, you are going to create a one sheet, and you are going to make a short brief note on that particular topic only. So you'll have at least, like, with teaching you'll have 8 papers, like 8 sides, and with research you'll have 6 sides, because there are 6 sub themes that I've given you, and with communication you'll have 5 pages, because those are the sub themes. So for every theme you are going to make one page where you are going to create a concept sheet which has like 15 to 20 bulletin points, or maybe like flowchart or something like that. Not flowchart, but maybe pictorial, or maybe 15 to 20 like slides, 15 to 20 statements or something. And how, because this is very concept based, you're going to teach, you're going to study in a manner that you're understanding it, then you're trying to teach it to someone. Okay, because this is concept based, it will reinforce the reading that you have. You're going to teach that subject. Okay, for example, I am studying about maybe evaporation. So now I understand the cycle, and I'm going to tell it to someone. Like, I'll imagine someone is here who does not know anything. I know now because I've studied it. I'm going to explain to them. So that way you have to practice for this. That is the strategy that you're going to follow. You'll first have a one pager ready for each sub theme, then you'll practice in a way that you're explaining it to someone, because this is very concept based. Third is you're going to practice 10 MCQ every single day. Okay, so that you're able to get a slang for it. Now for research writing, I'll tell you, you need to memorize the 3-4 reference style patterns. Now you have to memorize only, there is no shortcut to it. You have to memorize and keep tiny checklists that was I able to do that, something like that, did I cover this, keep a check, right? This is for research. Now we are done with the two categories and what are the topics falling under it, and what are the important sub themes that are coming in these, and what is the preparation strategy I have given you for the two categories. Now the last category, that is third category, is very memory heavy. Okay, it has a lot of jargon words, it has a lot of things that you need to memorize only. It is based on very memory heavy loading. Okay, which can include things like facts, keeping a check of facts in your mind, terms, policies, article numbers, full forms, definitions. So this is very memory heavy. Now the units that are falling under this broader category is ICT, second people development and environment, third higher education system. Okay, so now what is the scope of questions that can come from ICT is, firstly abbreviations, terminology, second internet questions, third email and AV conferencing, and anything can come up, so you really have to this is a very memory heavy, so give a lot of time to this. Fourth is digital initiatives in higher education system. Fifth is ICT and governance. Now these are the sub themes. Every year questions definitely come from these sub themes. Right. Now talking about second, people development and environment. The second topic which is falling under this category is people development and environment. Now first topic that you'll follow is SDGs and MDGs. Second is anthropogenic impacts. Third is pollution types. Fourth is human. Fifth is energy resources. Sixth is disaster. Seventh, EPA 1986, NAPCC. 8, Montreal Protocol. Yes. So these are all the sub themes that are falling under people development and environment. Now it's important that you memorize it, give this category a little more time, because this is very memory heavy. Okay, now third topic that is falling under this category is higher education system. The sub themes that are repeatedly asked from this particular unit is ancient institutions, evolutions post independence, conventional non-conventional progress, professional, technical or skill based education, and fifth is policies, governance and administration. Okay, now these are the 5 sub themes that are repeatedly asked under this category, so make sure to prepare on that. Now how do you study this particular third category is that, now how do you study this particular category which is very memory heavy is, you need to make a mnemonics. Okay, so that have a, you can use ChatGPT or something, have a mnemonic ready and associate mnemonic with the definitions or something. So flashcard is going to help you, mnemonic study is going to help you for ICT terms specifically, and policies here so you have to remember anyways, right? So you make a kind of a columns and you kind of write so that everything is one place. Even when you're remembering, you kind of get a picture of everything at one place, right? So 2 column tables with terms, 6 to 8 word meanings, something like that you can make, and 1 pager for definition for policies. Now you will follow a spaced retention learning with this particular category. Okay, you're going to study for some time, give a break, and study for some time, because it will get a lot for you if you're reading it at a one go. Okay, so follow spaced retention method and follow the strategy that I've told you. Now there are 3 categories, right? In all the 3 categories, follow a separate strategy that I have told you, so that you are able to tackle all the units falling in that category from a similar strategy. Now you have a, after you have done watching the video, I'm hoping that you have all the categories, and categories falling under, and topics falling or units falling under that category, and in that units you have important sub themes that keep coming in every exam, and you have a preparation strategy for each of this category, right? So now you will be making a, so you're gonna write down in any of your books like all the preparation strategy, and after this, once you are done, I am going to be talking about the book that can help you with the particular preparation, and solving previous year question papers as well. So now that you have the plan, so now that you have all the plan ready for this particular paper one, now you can just refer to Oswald books. Now for my preparation I'm using that Oswald books. Now it has, the good thing about is it has previous year question papers, as well as it have for you to solve, as well as it has like this flashcard kind of breakdown given before every topic, so that after studying, if you just go through that particular page, you'll be able to understand it in a better manner. So you can maybe go through that. So you can follow this particular preparation strategy for attempting paper one. And I hope the video was helpful. Leave your comments in the comment section below, so that I'm able to see it and understand. And if you have any other request for me to make a video on, you can also share that below. And if you'd like one-on-one mentoring session with me in order to practice for masters entrances exams, or maybe some entrances or anything related to that, you can always reach out to me via my email address. I'll be sharing my email address link over here, and I'll also be sharing my Instagram handles, so make sure to follow me on those. And if you are new again, make sure to subscribe to my channel. If you found this video informative, I would request you to please make sure to subscribe to my channel, because it is only going to motivate me to keep making further videos like this. So I hope the video was helpful, and have a great day.